Greetings of peace. We gladly welcome you to the 8th anniversary of the January 24th HWPL Peace Day with the theme Law of Peace in Heaven and on Earth. I'm Tina Ryan. We have anticipated long enough for this important day to come, and I'm truly honored to be your host. Good evening and a warm welcome to our distinguished guests and participants. Today, we are gathered to commemorate January 24th as HWPL Peace Day, starting with the January 24, 2014 Mindanao Peace Agreement, which aimed to contribute in the cessation of the 40-year conflict in Mindanao. This marked the beginning of HWPL's work spreading in Mindanao and in the Philippines. Since then, HWPL has continuously moved forward. It has gained support in the Philippines and around the world. Today, we are going to witness how these small steps of peace in history have become a huge leap for humanity. To formally welcome us to this worldwide celebration of January 24 HWPL Peace Day, let us listen to the welcoming message from the Secretary General of HWPL Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Mr. John Romel Garces.
From the Philippines to all those who are with us today, greetings of peace. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. Namaste. And mabuhay. I have the role to welcome everyone who joined us in celebrating this special day. And I think the best way to do that is to greet you in your native language. But I have limitations in doing that. What amazed me is the fact that we are here today because we understand one universal language. It is peace. Peace is what unites our hearts and minds. Because of that, we are here. Why do we call today HWPL Peace Day? Because today was the day Chairman Lehman started his peace works here in the Philippines. Going back 8 years ago, it was Archbishop Antonio Ledesma who advised Chairman Lee to extend his works of peace in Mindanao. And on January 24, 2014, Chairman Lee, together with HWPL, IPYG, and IWPG peace delegates, flew from Korea all the way to Mindanao, Philippines. There he met Honorable Ismael Dadato, Archbishop Fernando Cataldo, and in front of the people, in front of God, they signed the Mindanao Peace Agreement and held hands together, promising to work together to end wars and hostilities in Mindanao. A year later, in 2015, Honorable Dadato declared January 24 HWPL Peace Day in the province of Maguindanao and established the first HWPL Peace Monument. On the second anniversary of HWPL Peace Day, Honorable Ahod Ibrahim, the Chief Minister of War, also declared January 24 as HWPL Peace Day and established the second HWPL Peace Monument in the administrative camp of the Moro Islamic Liberation Front, Camp Darmanan. And the rest is history. As a matter of fact, the third Peace Monument in Barangay Bagua Mother, Cotabato City was unveiled last year, July 19, 2021. And today, the first HWPL Peace Monument in Luzon was unveiled in Barangay Pos de Rasi, Locson. Furthermore, the first HWPL Peace Monument inside the school campus was erected today in Sinloan Integrated National High School. In total, there are 5 peace monuments HWPL established here in the Philippines. Today, all of us will witness from our distinguished champions of peace how the law of peace in heaven and on earth will be established through HWPL's core initiative, the International Law for Peace, the War Office, Unity of Religion, and Peace Education. Today, we have become the realities of this peace agreement, written not on a piece of paper, but engraved in the hearts of all peace-loving individuals. Let us all become peace messengers, and let's help everyone to become messengers of peace, so that all together we can achieve the world of peace. Let us remember this day forever. We are one!
Thank you so much, Mr. Garces, for your very warm welcome to everyone. We would also like to acknowledge our distinguished speakers and the participants from Philippines, Korea, Indonesia, Nepal, China, Japan, and at least 20 countries around the world who are with us today. Thank you to our overflowing participants here on Zoom, and we are also live on Facebook and the YouTube channel of HWPL Philippines. We are so glad to have you today. It's proof that we are one in spreading the culture of peace in our respective countries. To know more about the significance of January 24th and why we are celebrating today, let's see how Chairman Lee started HWPL's work in the Philippines by watching this video.
Heavenly Culture World Peace Restoration of Life. HWPL is an international peace organization which has 170 branches across the world. HWPL is committed to various peace initiatives to make the global world as the world of peace, not of war, by transcending national boundaries, races, and religions. As solutions to realize peace, we are carrying out peace movements to legislate the DPCW for world peace and cessation of war in our international society, as well as searching for the way to the Alliance of Religions, which promotes the peaceful interfaith communication. Also, we are carrying out peace education to leave the true world of peace to the children who are the leaders of the future. Chairman Lee of HWPL, the peace advocate, as a war veteran, he has directly experienced the horrors of the Korean War. Since he is someone who understands the pains of the war better than anyone, he has been carrying out non-governmental diplomacy by touring the world tirelessly at his own expense, driven by his strong belief in establishing a world without war. Rather than merely speaking of peace, he has established tangible results through his 31 World Peace Tours over the last 7 years, which includes visits to 100 countries. Among these, the fruit that was born in the Philippines is incredibly special. The winds of peace have blown in the Philippines. The starting point was at the Mindanao Peace Agreement that was signed on January 24, 2014. The conflict in Mindanao, Philippines lasted over 40 years and is one of the bloodiest conflicts in Asia recorded to date. Amplified by religious intolerance between followers of Catholicism and Islam, it was conflict that took more than 120,000 lives. Many efforts were poured out to resolve this issue, but the civil war continued. The peace advocate visited Mindanao risking his life to contribute in resolving the long-standing conflict.
Please raise your hand if you want peace. Do not raise your hand if you don't want peace. Only if you want peace to come, please raise your hand. It will be a good thing to achieve peace and live it as a legacy. shouldn't we also do favor for others since we receive grace from heaven? This is the grace of peace. We will sign on this peace agreement today, together with the leaders.
Chairman Lee invited the two leaders, Archbishop Fernando Capalla and Honorable Ismael Mangudadado, and guided them to sign the peace agreement. The dynamic Treaty of Peace became an important symbol for the implementation of true peace in the Philippines. The Philippines has been experiencing a surprisingly change ever since. The Monument of Peace was first erected in the plaza in front of the governmental building in Buluan, Maguindanao, Mindanao, Philippines. January 24th was designated as HWPL Peace Day. People from Mindanao and others from around the world who long for peace in the midst of conflicts are gathering to the events of peace to commemorate this day. The efforts of the Philippine government and MILF led to the decommissioning of weapons, and this showed remarkable progress. The second peace monument in the Philippines was erected at MILF's camp. It was a meaningful moment that showed how peace has been relieving the history of conflicts and pain in the region. MILF also announced January 24th as HWPL Peace Day to annually awaken the spirit of peace. Major cities in Mindanao, Philippines willingly expressed their strong support for the DPCW, including leaders of Philippines' legislative body. The Seed of Peace, Chairman Lee Manhi, and the peace workers sown in the hearts of the Filipinos spread and is now bearing precious fruits all over the Philippines. The desperate wish for peace is intricately connected to peace education for the future generation. Leaders within the educational sectors in the Philippines have achieved various peace agreements to carry on HWPL's peace initiatives. The Commission of Higher Education released CHED Memorandum Order No. 1 Series of 2019 mandating all higher educational institutions to integrate peace education in their curriculum. Through this, many schools willingly expressed their interest to have a partnership with HWPL. From DepEd, 3 MOAs were forged: the Division of Cotabato City, Maasin City, and Laguna Provincial Pila District, covering a total of 238 schools under them and another 12 MOUs. While from CHED, 50 MOUs were forged from the northern Mindanao and 9 from the Cagayan region. A total of 10 trainings were conducted this year for 552 schools, and around 2,079 teachers were nurtured. So far, there are 36 schools already implementing peace education in their curriculum, with 455 peace educators teaching in their classes, covering almost 20,000 students. These children, with a seed of peace sown in their hearts, when they grow up, they will bear fruits of peace and will continue with the beautiful virtuous circle. HWPL has opened the way to peace, which is destination all human race must reach. The Philippines has been a great example and the representative of practicing peace. HWPL, the hand which is not only in the Philippines, but the entire globe, should hold on together to achieve genuine peace. All together, let us establish the law of peace in heaven and on earth. We are one.
Now that we know the importance of the January 24th HWPL Peace Day, let us listen to the congratulatory messages received from key people who express their good wishes for this celebration. Let us listen to them as they share their warm messages.
I am happy to see the commemoration of 8th anniversary of the Mindanao Declaration 2014. The words and deeds of the organization like HWPL have contributed in revitalizing the notion of peace for those who have suffered. my sincere appreciation to all the dignitaries and the participants for your invaluable presence in this ceremony. Thank you.
Halo, saya Elsa Syarif, perwakilan HWPL dari Indonesia. Mengucapkan selamat merayakan ulang tahun HWPL yang ke-8. Semoga perdamaian dunia segera tercipta dan kita hidup dalam berdamai di dunia ini. Amin. We are one.
Thank you for inviting me to deliver a message of peace during your online celebration for the 8th anniversary of the January 24 HWPL Peace Day, with the theme, Law of Peace in Heaven and on Earth. Congratulations to HWPL and Chairman Lee Man-hee for the 8th anniversary of the January 24 HWPL Peace Day. I join HWPL in expressing commitment to peace and in calling all Filipinos to become messengers of the declaration of peace and cessation of war. Without doubt, peace can only be achieved if we are one.
A message of peace and congratulations to the Heavenly Culture, World Peace, Restoration of Light Philippines on your 8th anniversary celebration. I send my sincerest gratitude to your organization led by Chairman Lee Man-hee for taking us closer to this path of healing, especially for bridging peace and education. I share your commitment to lead our youth in a life of harmony through your peace, education, and interfaith dialogues. Again, thank you everyone. We are one.
I congratulate the Heavenly Culture, World Peace, Restoration of Life International and its Philippine chapter on the occasion of the 8th anniversary of HWPL Day of Peace. I commend your organization for taking on the mission to achieve global peace through heavenly culture and carrying your peace movement worldwide. We are one with you in wishing for permanent peace on earth and putting an end to wars, violence, and its accompanying ill effects such as death, disability, illness, poverty, lost faith, hope, and opportunities. I wish that HWPL Peace Ambassadors blessings and good health as you continue with your programs on peace education and hope. Alliance of Religion Interfaith Dialogue Series on Scriptural Texts, Women and Youth Empowerment on your Legislate Peace campaign. Thank you for spreading the culture of peace and for persistently giving hope that world peace may not be that elusive after all. Indeed, may peace be with us all. God bless and stay safe.
And I have a special message of congratulations to the Heavenly Culture World Peace Restoration of Light Philippines for celebrating the 8th HWPL Peace Day on January 24th. You know, in this really strange time when, you know, the world seems to be divided for whatever reason, political, whatnot, etc., peace is something I feel we all need. And I just wanted to thank all of you guys for the great work you've been doing. Congratulations. And we are one.
Hi everyone, Isa Litton here, and I want to congratulate Heavenly Culture World Peace Restoration of Light Philippines for celebrating the 8th HWPL Peace Day on January 24. You know, may we find relevance in these difficult times that we live in today as the whole world continues to battle this virus. It's somehow pause for all humanity to look at the bigger picture, that we all truly have so much more in common than our differences. So think on that and let us keep working on attaining world peace. We are one.
Hi everyone, it's Ricky Flo. I want to say congratulations to the Heavenly Culture World Peace Restoration of Light Philippines on your 8th HWPL Peace Day happening on January 24. Let me just say that as a mother, I am so relieved that you're doing this. Thank you so much. My prayers are with you always. We are one.
Hi
Hi, this is Maurice O'Malley, and I just want to congratulate Heavenly Culture World Peace Restoration of Life Philippines for celebrating the 8th HWPL Peace Day on January 24. We are well aware that billions of people in the world are actually suffering the consequences of violence in their countries. And it is very heartbreaking to see and hear of their stories, their plight, their tribulations, especially the innocent children who have done nothing to deserve this kind of unfortunate circumstance. It is time for us to realize that peace is the only answer. It is the way out of inequity and violence. It is the solution for us to continue to thrive and succeed. If we help spread the message and join our efforts to create awareness on the importance of peace, then we may be able to help change the world soon. All of us are important in this epic endeavor. Like what we learned from our elders, peace matters, and so does our contribution. So we have to always act responsibly and virtuously and help promote peace. Let's make this happen. We are one.
10 articles and 38 clauses of DPCW are the answer to peace. I support the implementation of the DPCW. Congratulations.
A very beautiful document that you initiated 3 years ago. And I wish to assure you that I am personally writing a letter to the President of the Philippines, who I'm sure will support your work for peace, as do others in Asia and around the world. Thank you, Chairman Van Haley, our co-builder of peace in the whole world, under the heavenly blessing of the God of peace. Amen.
To Chairman Manhili, I would like to extend my warm regards and endorsement of your continuing efforts for building peace throughout the world, especially through this declaration of peace and cessation of war. I think this is a very practical step as the leaders of nations to endorse this through legislation so that it can really be a sustainable peace for peoples. With my best wishes and regards for the movement for peace.
It is in this context that the peace marker that we are unveiling today conveys and underscores the need for justice, so peace can be attainable, enduring, and therefore meaningful. On this first note, let me convey again our sincerest compliment to HWPL Chairman Manhili and his delegation for visit our homeland and being with us as we unveil this symbol to peace. So I now declare our confirmation of January 24th as HWPL Day, that's Day of Peace.
Thank you so much, and we would love to hear good news of peace again from you in the future. With the theme, Law of Peace in Heaven and on Earth, we are joined by great speakers representing different sectors who will be expressing their commitment messages towards peace. We will now listen to our peace partners, well known in their field, for today's event. For our first speaker, he is a retired Justice of Sandigan Bayan, an anti-graft court of the Philippines. He is the chairman of Philippine National Prayer Breakfast, PNPB, and dean of the College of Law of Philippine Christian University. To present his commitment message representing the International Law Initiative, let us welcome Justice Raul Victorino.
Greetings to the peace messengers in the Philippines and the whole world. I am honored to be chosen by HWPL to represent one of its core initiatives, the enactment of an international law for peace. I highly appreciate and thank Chairman Lee for putting utmost importance in the legislation that will bring peace and cessation of war among all nations of the world. This is peace on earth I am convinced that HWPL started a revolutionary move when the law experts were gathered from different corners of the world and created the Declaration of Peace and Cessation of War. Because of this, I am very much inspired and committed. Henceforth, I am putting my dedication, commitment in this pursuit of peace together with HWPL. With my capacity as chairman of Philippine National Prayer Breakfast Foundation and the Dean of the College of Law of Philippine Christian University, I will strive to get the support of the President of the Philippines for the National Solidarity Support of DPCW. At the same time, I will integrate DPCW in the College of Law by collaborating with the Philippine Association of Law Schools. Furthermore, I admire HWPL's Warp Office Interfaith Dialogue that is focused on the scriptures. As the chairman of Philippine National Prayer Breakfast, I will also engage myself in the mission of harmony and unity of religion under the Creator of all creation, the one true God. This is peace in heaven. One way to achieve this is for the religion of different faiths and denominations to enter into partnership in the form of a memorandum of understanding and transcend the boundaries of religion. In all humility, I am reciprocating HWPL's dedication and passion towards peace. The work of peace of HWPL is my work. It is the responsibility of everyone. We can do it. We are one.
HWPL Chairman Manhin Lee and all HWPL officers, members, and peace advocates present in this celebration. Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. I commend HWPL for coming up with the theme, Law of Peace in Heaven and on Earth. Because of this timeliness and relevance to our general situation as a community of peoples in search of lasting peace and harmony, I'd like to focus on how we can contribute best to the realization of spreading a kind of peace here on earth that is in accord with the law of peace in heaven. Being a peace advocate, I have strongly and consistently supported HWPL's vision of establishing world peace through reunification and cessation of wars and hostilities among peoples and nations. The presence of violence and all forms of armed conflicts that result from greed, differences in ideology, religious views, and political convictions have caused further division and discord among nations and peoples. Given all of this, my commitment to work closely with HWPL has challenged me to initiate two very important things in the Commission on Higher Education. Firstly, in 2019, I initiated and chaired the issuance of CMO number 1. This particular CMO mandated all higher education institutions in the country to introduce to our students the relevance and significance of peace in relation to nation building, development, and international relations. I wanted that every Filipino student renounce war and work for the cessation of hostilities as espoused by HWPL. I wanted them to learn the way to genuine and lasting peace. I wanted every Filipino student to adopt the values of respect, harmony, and solidarity. I wanted them to know the true meaning of peace as I have outlined in my book that says, and I quote, Peace is not merely the absence of war, oppression, and tension, but the presence of love, justice, development, and respect of one's inalienable rights, unquote. Secondly, in 2021, I convinced Ched to call on President Rodrigo Duterte to declare January 24 as regular holiday, being National Peace Day. The Ched Commission in Bank has issued an endorsement to President Duterte urging him to declare January 24 as National Peace Day that will provide for simultaneous celebration and observance of peace through peace activities, events, and ceremonies by all instrumentalities and agencies of government, including the private sector. This shall also be celebrated and observed in the education sector. These two initiatives I have undertaken, however small, are so significant for me because they can provide our people with a fourth step of heavenly peace here on earth. The law of peace in heaven is made concrete here on earth when we begin to talk about the removal of discrimination, greed, and conflict in people's lives. It is present when we talk of unity, harmony, sympathy, solidarity, and development. It is felt when we talk about building bridges, networks, friendships, and partnerships. It is tasted when we talk about understanding, helping, collaborating, and sharing. This is how we will make the law of peace in heaven and on earth becomes real for all of us today as we celebrate the 8th anniversary of the January 24 HWPL Peace Day. Thank you, mabuhay, and we are one.
Greetings of peace to everyone. I am Juliet Paras, the Regional Director of the National Capital Region of the Commission on Higher Education, Philippines, representing the academic sector. I am deeply honored to be given this gracious privilege to speak about the most life-giving and light-shining legacy for all time. Peace for all and all for peace. As the representative of the academic sector, mine is the utmost challenge for peace advocacy to take a giant leap on the grounds of the academe. The takeoff is in the power of the written word. Academic research writings on the International Law of Peace, the Declaration of Peace Cessation of War or the DPCW, the World Alliance of Religion for Peace or the WARP offices, and peace education must all take root in all colleges and universities. Then, to progress to the graduate and postgraduate levels. Imperatively, as the reading journey of this journaled academic literature traverses from point to point, the word of peace will translate into the world of peace. The legacy engraved not only in documentary papers, but engraved as well in the hearts of peace-loving populace, the everlasting legacy to future generations. Through HWPL, we in the academic sector shall take this role in putting this legacy of peace into writings published as peace journals. This will become a powerful instrument that can transform the hearts of the people and that will awaken their spirits of peace. Let us engrave HWPL's work of peace in history, from the world of wars to the world of peace. We are one.
Congratulations HWPL and IPYG on celebrating the 8th anniversary of the January 24th Peace Day. I am Alexis Micutuan, the National President of the Youth for Peace and Development Movement Philippines, and I represent the youth sector. I started my professional career in the youth sector in the province of Davao de Oro, and over the years of my personal and professional experience in the youth sector, I was able to see and hear the passion of the youth for peace. However, sometimes, people who wanted violence redirected the passion of my fellow youth towards hostilities. That is why here in Mindanao, we have been fighting against the recruitment of local insurgent and rebel groups, especially among the youth. The potential of our young people is so vast that it can be wrongly used for violent extremism. I was greatly inspired by Chairman Lee when I participated in the 2017 September Global Peace Summit when he addressed the youth and our role in peace building. Because of this, I decided to work together with HWPL and its youth arm, which is the International Peace Youth Group, and starting from this point forward, in collaboration with IPYG, we will try to gather the hearts of every youth in the Philippines, starting in the province of Davao de Oro. We are targeting that by the end of February 2022, we will be able to reach 1,000 youth organization partners in the Philippines. Moreover, I will encourage the religious youth organizations to engage in dialogues and transcend the borders of religion. Lastly, from the youth to all different sectors, for world peace, let us declare, we are one.
Madayao. Greetings of peace. I am Sholay Lim, the chairperson of Provincial Women Development Council of the province of Davao de Oro and the publicity ambassador of International Women's Peace Group Philippines. As we celebrate the momentous and meaningful 8th anniversary of HWPL Peace Day, I and the people of Davao de Oro would like to extend our heartfelt congratulations to HWPL and to Chairman Lee Man-hee. Our commitment to support the ever-growing peace efforts and initiatives of our peers and colleagues in the promotion of peace will continue and will be expanded with the help of our United Women's sector. In fact, as an expression of our commitment, we shall be installing the first ever IWPG Peace Monument across the globe in our beloved province to stand as a marker of our desire for peace and harmony. And on March 8 this year, we shall conduct the ceremonial unveiling of the monument's perspective with the help of our proudly Davao de Oro artists. As a partner of HWPL, we will strongly uphold, campaign, and promote the declaration of peace and cessation of war in our province. And we hope to pass a resolution this year with the help of our legislators and our provincial government to institutionalize this advocacy. I deeply appreciate and fully support HWPL's WARP Office dialogue, especially the consolidation of different religion, denomination, and ethnicities in the form of an MOU in pursuit of unity and harmony of religion under the truth. Therefore, in my own capacity, I will continue to actively participate in our local peace dialogue and efforts, most especially in the geographically isolated and disadvantaged communities, together with our interagency partners in order to uplift their quality of life and bring socio-economic opportunities closer to their homes. We shall spread peace in the grassroots level through the peace lecturer training education and through the voice and passion of our women community leaders and the support of our local government units, we will stand united for DPCW and harmony and religion. All these for a long-lasting peace in our land. We are one.
It is a great honor and a privilege to represent the media sector in this event, and I am grateful with HWPL for this opportunity. As a person who lives in Mindanao, I can confidently say that we are those who long for peace in the most in the Philippines. I got to understand the true meaning of peace based in actual scenarios of conflicts, which made me proactively attend activities on how we handle conflicts in terms of peace process. For this ultimate reason, I am more than pleased to know that Chairman Lee Mandi of HWPL brought these peace initiatives in the Philippines starting in Mindanao, using the Mindanao Peace Agreement that happened exactly 8 years ago today, and thus we are celebrating this momentous occasion all over the world. Because of HWPL, the whole world now knows our story, and this will become part of history as an everlasting legacy that will be handed down from generation to generation. That is why I did not hesitate to actively participate in this work of HWPL by spreading this wonderful news in Mindanao. Last July 19, 2021, I covered the unveiling ceremony of 3rd HWPL Peace Monument in Barangay Bagua, Mother Cotabato City. The most beautiful part is the fact that they repurposed their weapon, made it as a part of the Peace Monument. I just noticed that whatever HWPL Peace Monument is erected, that place transforms from a place of conflict to a place of peace. In our pride as a Mindanaoans, that all of HWPL Peace Monuments thus far are located in Mindanao. Overall, I am happy about my experience, or shall I say, journey towards peace with HWPL. On behalf of Radyo Bandera and Bandera News TV Cotabato, our gratitude to HWPL for the experience we gained and the trust that you gave us. I am calling to my fellow media practitioners, let us continuously help and support HWPL in spreading peace-centered news not only in Mindanao but the entire Philippines. I believe everyone will agree with me if I say that HWPL changed the course of the history of Mindanao from war to peace until we achieve the law of peace in heaven and on earth. Let us declare, we are one.
Before we proceed to our next speaker, let's first watch this short video presentation from our HWPL Global Family of Peace. Thank you for singing and dancing with us. Let us now proceed back to the program and to our next speaker.
Mindanao is my birthplace. It is where I grew up. As someone who was born and raised in Mindanao, I deeply appreciate those people who express their heart towards the people of Mindanao. From childhood, I have seen with my own eyes and experienced firsthand the atrocities of wars and conflicts. Being able to witness it firsthand, it made me think that there is no hope in channeling peace with each other, because it is very obvious that people always choose force over peace. Each of us fought for our religion, identity, and beliefs without seeing that we should be meeting halfway, communicating and talking about the possibilities that we can agree on, respect each other and tolerate differences because peace will rise out of that. As a result, I myself have been striving hard in bringing peace to my homeland. When I met Chairman Lee and SWPL, I instantly got connected heart to heart, and since 2017, I have been engaged with HWPL in spreading peace in Mindanao. What happened 8 years ago when Chairman Lee visited the Philippines and mediated the Mindanao Peace Agreement is the main reason why we are here today celebrating the remarkable Peace Day established by HWPL. Now the significance of this January 24th HWPL Peace Day is spreading out in the hearts of every individual around the world. I have been greatly influenced by it a long time ago, and so I am trying to contribute in my own humble way. The Cotabato Green Initiative is working side by side with HWPL in carrying out the advocacy campaigns for Declaration of Peace and Cessation of War, or DPCW. Last year, KGI established HWPL Third Peace Monument in Barangay Bagwamada, Cotabato City, a place where Christian, Muslim, and indigenous peoples communities live together. Before, our place was marked as a place of conflict. Now we have raised the banner of peace that every nation can see. Through this, we aim to inspire everyone that peace is possible. KGI and HWPL will work together with all NGOs in Mindanao and create a collaborative platform in MOU's partnership so that our consolidated efforts will become a significant factor in Mindanao peace process. The 10 articles of DPCW will serve as our guiding principles in carrying out the activities and projects. Moreover, HWPL already established a strong platform for interfaith dialogue through WARP Office. It will be our bandwagon where leaders of different faiths, including religious youth leaders, can ride in going to the destination of unity and harmony of religion. Peace is never impossible. As I end, I would like to tell everyone to continue work on making the world a more peaceful, a better and safe place for everyone. Let us promise our children a place where they can live freely, be themselves in the community where war and conflicts has no place. For the legacy of peace, we are one.
My name is Andy Alcantara, and I am honored to represent the private and business sectors as the life-changing president of the Rotary Club of Manila Metro, RCMM. To begin, on November 24, 2021, RCMM formed a partnership with HWPL. That Memorandum of Understanding serves as our commitment to collaborate with HWPL in achieving peace and the cessation of hostilities beginning in the Philippines. I was able to grasp the significance of today's event, which marks the 8th anniversary of the January 24th HWPL Peace Day. I'd like to thank Chairman Lee for launching this wonderful movement in the Philippines. That is, it has been 80 years since HWPL began to make a difference in the lives of Filipinos. Furthermore, as we can see, today's event is now being watched around the world. We have peace messengers from all over the world with us. It is truly amazing to see how HWPL operates on a global scale. As Rotarians, we have 7 areas of focus, and I would like to set an example as the Rotary Club's life-changing president who made an impact in the area of focus of peace and conflict prevention resolution. I believe HWPL's 3 core initiatives are directly aligned with the Rotary Club. the law for peace through declaration of peace and cessation of war, religious unity through warp office interfaith dialogue, and peace messengers raised through peace education. I've seen firsthand how peace education is spreading a culture of peace in the Philippines. This type of work necessitates passion, dedication, and heartfelt commitment, prompting me to ask, how can I assist them? How can I contribute to this noble cause? As a result, in collaboration with the Rotary Club of Manila Metro, we will devise strategies to ensure that these beautiful works of peace continue to flourish and reach the next generation. May Rotary clubs in the business sectors have a greater impact on the lives of every student through peace education. Assist in the establishment of peace monuments all over the Philippines, thus in the hearts of every Filipino, and create an atmosphere of peace that will spread throughout the Philippines in the entire world. I support HWPL. We are one.
Hi everyone, I'm Sam O. I'm the host of the Narrow Door podcast, and it was on my show that I met my awesome friends from HWPL. Very happy to be here. The entertainment industry, whether it's film, television, music, art, or sports, has greatly influenced the formation of cultures and trends in society, and it very much affects our daily lives. Therefore, it is a powerful weapon or tool that can be utilized either way, for the good or for the bad. I think this calls for an urgent action plan for the people in this industry to start moving and utilizing this powerful platform to shape the culture of peace in every individual. With this in mind, I accept the challenge proposed by HWPL to be the voice and image of peace. And I'd also like to engage my colleagues to amplify well-established peace platforms set by HWPL, particularly the Declaration of Peace and Cessation of War, or DPCW, the Warp Office Dialogue, and Peace Education. I'm also calling on fellow influencers, bloggers, and public figures to use their voices to advocate for worthy causes. You have the power and the venue to influence the general public to get involved and support these kinds of initiatives, especially the work of peace. And as we start this work together, we can help one another to finish this race as peace messengers who will leave peace as a legacy for the generations to come. Is there anything better? It's a rhetorical question. There's nothing better. I'm certain that there will be more peace innovations that will be developed in the future, and I'm very excited. So from this point forward, you can count me in. We are one.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Greetings of unity of religion. HWPL has bestowed upon me the task to represent the religious sector, and I wholeheartedly accept it. From the beginning of my journey with HWPL, I am convinced that peace cannot be achieved in the current status of the religious world. That is why I admire Chairman Lee for his unprecedented idea of the World Alliance of Religions Peace, or WARP, office. Because of his tremendous hard work and efforts, he was able to set up a platform globally for religious leaders to talk, share, discuss, learn and grow together harmoniously and peacefully. Furthermore, my WARP office journey has led me to another great project, the Religious Peace Academy, or RPA. I am blessed enough to be one of the pillars of this RPA, which started first and current only in the Philippines. For almost 80 hours in 20 Saturdays, within the span of 5 months, under extreme circumstances brought by the pandemic, we were able to share, learn, and grow together inside RPA and its deeper meetings. I have seen the most beautiful scenery in my life during the RPA when the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita, the Bible, and the Quran are freely being shared and taught, while leaders of Hinduism, Christianity, and Islam are actively listening. With this, I have the glimpse that unity of religion under one true God is possible. Thank you, HWPL. It is indeed an eye-opening experience for me. On top of this, my RPA journey brought me and the leaders of our temple to a memorandum of understanding and is now learning deeply the teachings of God inside the Bible. I firmly believe that all religions should enter into a partnership through the form of MOU. I'm certain that this is what the Supreme God wants, to learn the Scriptures, to share it, and become one under one God and truth. Furthermore, we also need the law to maintain peace on earth. If the unity of religion signifies peace in heaven, the unity of the nation signifies peace on earth. I believe DPCW is the answer, and so I fully support DPCW. I will share this great experience with the Hindu community so they too can experience what I have experienced. Not only that, I will transcend the boundaries of religion and reach out to other scriptures as well. I will put my utmost efforts together with HWPL until we achieve peace through the principles of compassion, tolerance, forgiveness, humility, accommodation, equality in spirit, non-violence, and truth. We are one.
I am Pastor Richel. I am a pastor of two churches within the city of Escalante, Negros Occidental Province in the Philippines. I have been a pastor for almost 15 years with a burning passion still to discover and understand the amazing mysteries hidden in the Bible. My passion and zeal in faith led me to seek the ultimate will of God, and I believe Jesus himself prayed for this 2,000 years ago, when he said in the Gospel of John chapter 17 that they may be one just as God and Jesus are one. But in reality, the body of Christ is divided, and this division created the walls that kept us from becoming one. That is why I was so amazed when Chairman Lee proposed the idea of collaboration through a memorandum of understanding among the religious leaders to study, learn, understand, and grow together in love, harmony, and unity instead of accusing each other at the back. I am speaking in the viewpoint of a Christian pastor, but I believe this applies to everyone who believes in God. After I got to know this, I signed the MOU, and our loving God has blessed me so much to receive the truth through the guidance of the Holy Spirit. Because of this, I commit myself to studying the Bible despite our differences, to address the conflicts and disagreements first within Christianity, and eventually this light that shines from within will emanate to everyone. I firmly believe that God wants us to become one, to bring glory to Him. Therefore, I will do my part to share this to more religious leaders. With our collaborative efforts, we are trying to reach 500 MOU in the Philippines by February. This is our humble contribution to peace as part of the celebration of the January 24th HWPL Peace Day. This is just the beginning. I have so many great and wonderful things to share, and that is why I will continue to spread this to all churches. Once more, happy 8th Peace Day anniversary to HWPL and to everyone. All glory to God in the highest, and may peace prevail on this earth. We are one.
Thank you, Pastor Rachel. We are one. Thank you so much for the wonderful messages from our distinguished speakers. We are more excited to see the fruits of our peace this year. At this time, let's all prepare as we listen to the message from the HWPL Chairman, Mr. Lee Man-hee. Chairman Lee, the founder of HWPL, traveled the world 31 times from 2013 to 2019, where he met former and current presidents, senior officials, UN officials, religious leaders, media, NGOs, youth and women's organizations, and more from the education sector. With a round of applause, join me in welcoming Chairman Lee Man-hee.
Greetings to everyone who is joining the 8th anniversary of the January 24th HWPL Peace Day in Mindanao, Philippines. I am Man-hee Lee, Chairman of HWPL from the Republic of Korea. Today marks the 8th anniversary of the January 24th HWPL Peace Day. I am curious how you feel. As for me, I am very happy. We declare this day as the Peace Day and decided to celebrate it. What is our purpose? Our purpose is to bring all people in the world together, to create a world of peace, and leave it as a lasting legacy for future generations. For this, the whole world needs to be a family of peace. Also, we need to be messengers of peace. To make this world a peaceful place without wars, let us become messengers of peace. Today will be remembered forever, and many people will deeply appreciate what took place on this day. So let us not forget this day, and let us thank God. Let us remind people around the whole world of that emotion, a longing for peace, and the Peace Day, so they can remember all this forever. We should allow our children to enjoy peace and a world without war, shouldn't we? If we don't, who else would? It is our responsibility, our work to do. While going on 31 tours around the world, the country that I visited the most was the Philippines. That's how deep our relationship is. We met to exchange words and discuss about the future of our global community. For global peace, I have transcended all borders of nationality, ethnicity, and religion. Also, I went to universities and spoke about the need for peace. I'm sure those of you who heard me that day remember. Everyone, we surely need to achieve peace, our purpose. Nothing is greater than this. No legacy is more valuable and better than this. This is well known to all of you too. Everyone in the world, regardless of who they are, should become a messenger of peace. And we should achieve peace. Let us make it happen so that the day of January 24th in Mindanao, Philippines is known to the whole world, so they realize in their hearts what kind of day it really is. Yes, we should. I remember every detail, every moment of that day. We worked very hard. The conflict, which was caused by religion, continued for a long time, but it could not be fully resolved. But 8 years ago today, January 24th, the heavens granted a blessing. What blessing is better than this? Before declaring the Peace Day, monuments were established in many places, and it was to commemorate the occasion. It was a peace monument. Many people will see the monument and learn about the day. They will learn about what we achieved on that day, the precious and joyful work of peace. When peace is achieved, everyone will be free. Freedom is the greatest thing anyone can have. Everyone, we are all protagonists who create peace through this event in Mindanao. Let us hold everything deeply in our hearts and minds and pass it down to our future generations so that they can enjoy peace and appreciate it. I have not forgotten about this event. It is etched in my heart. I thank God and pray that peace and this lasting joy will be with all of you. This concludes my message. Thank you very much.
네, 말씀을 여기서 마치겠습니다. 감사합니다. 한 가지 더 있습니다.
There is one last thing. We are one in peace. The whole world is one in peace. Let us shout, we are one with one voice. We are one!
Thank you so much, Chairman Lee, for the inspiring message that we will bring along as we work into achieving the lasting peace that we are hoping for. We will announce this news to the world to remember this historical event. The value of news is its promptness. No matter how significant the news is, it loses its value as time goes by. Therefore, we must become the eyes and ears in our respective countries to promptly report news of today's event. Remember, with hope, we can do all things when we are one. As a sign of unity and vow to a peaceful world, let us join our hearts and voices in singing our closing song. We Are One, which is originally composed by our champion for peace education, Commissioner Dr. Ronald L. Adamat. Let us sing together.
In this world where everyone's divided, where you and I decided to define a boundary, there I dream or else we all stand.
在这里，我和你牵着手，共唱和平旋律。
We can make this world if we hold on together.
We can share and work. We can make this place better.
Jika kita satu dalam kasih dan harmoni,
We are one big family in tune, with one melody, one full respect. Hand in hand we all connect. Peace for all, and now we are one.
it's our world. Let's begin to understand. We must protect our land, you and me. Let's work in harmony.
Let's rebuild this world.
Peace and love to one another.
No more space for wars. We shall make this place better.
We are one for love. We are one for harmony. We
Our beautiful and golden voices sound like the voice of peace. Thank you for singing beautifully. And to remember this very important January 24 Peace Day celebration with you throughout generations, we will have the commemorative photos. We will hold for 10 seconds. All together, at the count of 3, let us pose with the number 1 sign like this and say, "We are one." Ready? 1, 2, 3. We are one. Kindly hold for 10 seconds, please. To all of you, the precious family of Peace and HWPL representatives around the world, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for celebrating with us. Please take care always, and let's always work for peace and be in peace. May peace be with us all. Peace be in the Philippines. Peace be in the whole world. Thank you so much, everyone. May the law of peace of heaven be on earth. Good night. We would like to thank our media partners from Page One, the Philippine Post, the Manila Magazine, the Luzon Daily, the Visayas Journal, the Mindanao Life, Woman.ph, and the Bulacan Press Club.